everyone, and welcome to the first cooking episode of Casa M. I'm Alessia, your host, and today we'll prepare together, if you want to say with me, a beautiful jam made with pumpkin, pears, and apples. So very spicy and perfect for fall and winter. So without further ado, let's start cooking together. So first of all, I've got all this fruit and all that pumpkin. So I start washing my fruit and then we will cut it. Now I cut the fruit in order to remove seeds because of course we don't want seeds inside our jam. The fruit is very messed up, but it's perfect for jam. We don't want perfect fruit for jam. I really want to know the effective weight of my fruit just in order to calculate the right amount of sugar, because I don't want to put a lot of sugar. We want to do it the healthiest possible, and adding too much sugar is never a good idea. It's pumpkin time. That is the final count. So if we sum the two, we have such a lot of fruit. The pot is really full. I'm going to add like a liter of water, and when the fruit will start to melt, I will add lemon juice, sugar, etc. So by now it is going on its own, and I have to prepare the jars. So I will show you how I prepare my jars. So the jars are into the oven. I set the temperature at 130 degrees, more or less. So more than 100, less than 150. It's quite long, but doing jam is not fast. So while you're preparing your jam, they are into the oven disinfecting. It's very good because it's very annoying to me to boil them, all of them, because you really need a huge pot, a lot of water. So what I do is just boiling the cups. Boiling the cups is very important. So jars into the oven, cups into boiling water, and I'm going to prepare it. While the fruit is cooking, right there is starting to create this foam. I'm boiling the cups. When it boils, I'll put the cups inside, and then let's start to think about our jam. We must start to mix up the fruit. So as you can see, fruit is starting to melt, especially pears that were so soft. Pumpkin is quite tight still, so I'm just doing this job of mixing up and down until it's softened. Of course, you can add this trick to go faster. So while I'm boiling my fruit, I want to squeeze my lemon juice, and I decided to add 1 lemon to the recipe because it was a lot of fruit and lemon juice is crucial. There's a lot of juice and the smell is amazing. Now that I have all the lemon juice, I add it to the jam. I didn't want seeds to go in, put them out, and I add everything. I added a lot of water, but of course you can decide not to add water at all or just to add a little bit. Now our cups are boiling, as you see. I let them, I think, 1 or 2 minutes more, and then I'll drain them. I'm going to add my brown sugar and a little fructose I had. Of course, you're free to add whatever you want. I mean, you can use white sugar or brown sugar or fructose or stevia or erythritol. I mean, it's up to you. I'm just taking off the caps in order to make them dry. They are boiling, so I must be careful. Also because I get burned so easily. In the meantime, I want to show you what a beautiful day it is today. It's so warm. It's so nice outside. Now, coming back, the smell is so good. Really, I would love to make you feel it, but of course we can't. So you can just imagine it. I'm going to try it to know if I have to add something. So first try. I'm just trying the juice. It's so good. And it's so sweet. Yeah, it's very sweet. So I think I'll never add sugar, but you also can feel the lemon, and it's very nice. What am I doing now? I'm going to add my secret touch, and the secret touch will be spices. I'll add cinnamon and cardamom. I can assure you that they are amazing in jams, especially in apricot jam. If you add cardamom and eventually a little bit of cinnamon, it's so amazing. You can't believe it. Trust me. So I'm going to add quite a lot of spices because I love them. 1 tablespoon of cinnamon and 1 tablespoon of cardamom. I'm smashing all the fruit. In just a little bit of time, I will add agar. Don't know if you know what is agar. It's an alga and it's used to jellify things in a vegan way, because of course it's an alga, so it's not animal based. So guys, I did another try and I wasn't happy because it was still too sweet for me. Probably, oh, look at how weird it is. It's like an oval lemon. Weird. And this one is so perfect. So sorry, I decided to just add lemon because of course you can't pull off sugar. What you did with sugar, so you can just add that little lemon flavor that gives us a little of acidity that we really need. I'm going to add my extra lemon juice inside. So the moment of taking off the oven, the jars arrived. Trying not to burn myself again. And the last one. When we close the jars, we want that vacuum effect. So we want that the air inside goes out. What do? I put them again into the oven, but before I put them into boiling water, because of course when you put them in water, if there's air under the cup, you have little bubbles going out, and you can be sure that your jar is perfectly closed. Meanwhile, you have to mix again. Of course, this is a really mixing job. You must mix. It's becoming thicker. We have a little time left, but we are almost at the end of the process. I'm so happy of the smell. I found my agar, as you can see. So I'm going to add it a couple of tablespoons because it's very, very jellifying. And I really don't like my jam to be too jelly because I really love to, to put on the bread. I think that 2 tablespoons can be a reasonable quantity. We're arriving at the end, guys. My biceps are right, but of course you can also change, and so that you can train also the other arm. This is what I'm going to do. So this is the situation. Can you see it? It's nice. Very nice consistency. We are almost at the end of the process, so I'm going to tidy up and then I'll show you all the process of mixing up and putting in jars and do the things you must do in order to preserve perfectly your jam. I decided I'm going to add also a little bit of groundnut. I love it, and I can assure you that it's amazing in jams. Just 1 tablespoon because it's very strong. Let's try it again. Guys, it's so good. I'm so happy. You can really feel that little acid of the lemon with the sugar of pumpkin and pears and apples and a little bit of spices. I can assure you it's amazing. It's very my cup of tea, so of course, if you don't love spices, don't add spices. But if I can give you another suggestion for this jam, you can add almonds. This is the final consistency I had, so I think I will mix it up now. So I decided to make it boil a little more. We are at this point, still creamy but quite liquid. I think I'm going to wait some minutes more. I'm ready for the jarring process. So final consistency, I decided to stop and now I will jar it. So the moment we waited arrived, so I start putting them into the jars. I arrived like not at the perfect end. I always let like this space. Now, time to close it. Oh, it's fine because now I can't feel the bubble in here, but I'll use the water trick to be sure. Perfect, nothing is coming on, so it's perfectly closed. So I continue doing this job for all the jars. And so guys, the video is over. This is the final result of very natural, healthy, and absolutely tasty. I enjoyed it and I loved staying with you, and thanks for following us. Really, I appreciate so much. I've got so many ideas about the content that I want to share with you. I really want to do local recipes from Abruzzo, that is the Italian region we are located. If you're curious, stay connected with us, and remember, we are also on TikTok, Instagram, and Pinterest. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you'll try it at home and let me know in the comments if you'll do it, if you like the video, and see you in the next one. Bye bye, friends. Ciao.